Welcome to story number 5, bedtime story number 5. And as last time, from the My Ladybird Treasury of Bedtime Stories, tonight's selection, The Ugly Duckling. Deep in the bushes, a duck was sitting on her eggs. She was bored being by herself, so when the eggs began to crack, she jumped off the nest with a quack of pleasure. Now I can get back to the barnyard, she thought, and show off my new family. She counted her cheeping ducklings to make sure they were all there. Oh no! One egg hadn't hatched. That's a large one left in your nest, another duck said, who was passing. I bet it's a turkey. A turkey's egg? No, it's mine, the mother duck said crossly. With a sigh, she settled back down on top of it.